Hello, everybody, and welcome to Week 3 of Season 11 of the CTC Goons Cup Series. Tonight, we are at Las Vegas Motor Speedway for the Takeoff Driving School 188. Thanks to Mike Chris for sponsoring tonight. Got two stages, of course, 30 laps apiece. Then our final stage, 65 laps. Fuel window is going to be around 60 to 65 laps, so that final stage is going to be close to making it on fuel. These guys are going to try to make it on one stop, I'm sure. But the talk of the town tonight is these tires are burning up quick here at Las Vegas. There's a lot of wind going on, a lot of heat on this racetrack, and these guys have laid down a lot of rubber in practice, but not quite enough, I'd say, to get rid of that tire wear factor. So that's going to be something to look at all night. Last time we came here, Garrett Wolfenbarger took home the trophy. That was in a crazy battle at the end of the race with Hayden Lowell. Hayden ended up wrecking in that one, so I'm sure Hayden going to be fast once again tonight, as well as many others. A lot of fast guys out here, a lot of people that are usually good at intermediates, so got a lot of top contenders. I think it's going to be a tight fight for the win and for the pole, which is coming up right now. Qualifying underway. Let's see who we got out on track for qualifying here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, this mile-and-a-half racetrack in Las Vegas, Nevada. Ace Graves, one of the first ones out here, I think. Ronnie Holmes goes to the top of the board at 29.55 on his first lap. There is Ronnie. Brantley Bryant to the top of the board now. Brantley gets a little tight right there. Had to get out of the throttle. You can hear him going up the hill. And second lap for Bryant. Not going to be faster. Cody Cleaver goes to the top of the board in the 2 car. Hayden Lowell up to second. Cody with a 29.31 in the 2. Another driver out here, Jaden Hopp. One of our rookies, unfortunately DNQ'd last week. It had some trouble in qualifying and went around in turn 1 there at Phoenix. But this week, a really good lap for that 13 car. I think he's going to be well in the show. Looks like as of right now, 41 cars in the session, so that means only one car will be going home tonight. I'd hate to be that one guy who misses out. Screen that looks like Jacob Peterson making his first lap. He's going to set up for lap 2 here from that 08. One of our open drivers trying to make it in the show. Down the backstretch for Jacob. See what he's got. The 3 and 4. I've heard the wind is making it a little loose off of 4. But the wind could have totally changed since practice. Across the line for the 08. It's going to be a 29.74. Good enough for 32nd. That's going to be fringe. Nathan Scott jumps to 22nd on the board. That's a good lap for that open car. That Pepsi 61. That was just lap 1, so we'll see what we can do for lap 2. And across the line, Nathan Scott improves by 1 position up to 21st. DG Swiss now making his laps. First lap is 38th at 30.1. I think he was just setting up for lap 2. For 3 and 4 here on lap 2 for the 26. I'm seeing a lot of people push up in the middle of 3 and 4. And across the line, 29.87. That'll be good enough for 36th for the 26 car. Nobody else out on track. And we will take a quick intermission, figure out who is in the show. So stay tuned.
Yeah, but you start next to me, so I'm cooked.
What did I do to you? What did I do?
Sorry about that. We're back here. Get this race started. All right, let's go through our grid for tonight. Starting on the pole position, Cody Cleaver in the 2 Busch Light Chevrolet. Good job, Cody. Nice job on the pole. On his outside, Hateful 56. Almost got 3 poles in a row, but Cody Cleaver going to snub him out of that one. Row 2, Blake Giglio, Brantley Bryant 3rd and 4th. And you got Mateo Ortiz 5th, Patrick O'Keefe in 6th, Jaden Hopp in 7th, Brad Patton in 8th. Michael Christopher starting in 9th, Nick Cooper running out our top 10. Matthew Blackley in 11th, Byron Jones in 12th. Casey Graves 13th, Brian Martin 14th. Carson Bechtel 15th, Ryan File 16th. Ronnie Holmes in 17th, Hunter Eustace in 18th. Trevor Trego 19th, DJ Trout 20th. Nathan Scott 21st, Dalton Hayes 22nd. Bobby Blowers, 23rd. Ian Montrose, 24th. Wyatt McCombs, 25th. Jamal Collins, 26th. Trenton Sneed, 27th. Garrett Wolfenbarger, 28th. Davis Greenwell, 29th. Alex Allen, 30th. Daniel Llewellyn, 31st. Bradley Wilson, 32nd. Jacob Peterson, 33rd. Jesse Jones, 34th. Cliff Mullins, 35th. DG Swiss, 36th. Garrett Warren, 37th. Jeremy Scherer, 38th. And running out our final, I think these final two drivers are not in the session, but they would have been starting 39th and 40th. And John Matthews, our final starter. See if we can get a word with our pole sitter really quick. Find him. There he is. Hey Cody, it's Lucas. You got me.
Yes, sir.
Hey man, we're starting on the pole tonight. Made sure Hayden didn't get 3 poles in a row, so nice job on that. How you feeling about the race?
I'm feeling pretty good. I think for once I have pace, and maybe I can stay out of other people's wrecks being up here. So, yeah, I feel good.
Feel good. Awesome to hear that. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Cody Cleaver starting on the pole. We're going to make our way through 3 and 4. Get this race started. Giglio, I want to mention Blake Giglio tonight. Under the weather, he thinks he has the flu, so still racing out here. Managed to qualify 3rd even with that, and pace car is off. Through the takeoff zone they go. Green flag in the takeoff 188. At the line for the lead. Cody Cleaver looks to have led lap number 1. But it's a tight battle for the lead here as they roll on to lap 2. Hayden Lowell going to use that outside lane and get to the lead. Cody Cleaver going to slot back in a second ahead of Blake Giglio. That dirty air going to be a big factor tonight. You can see all these cars trying to move offline, get away from that air from the car in front. O'Keefe going to go by Cleaver now. And these cars with the drive-thrus coming off pit road right ahead of the leaders. That's going to cause some problems. DJ Strout going to be the first car now to go a lap down. And shortly ahead is Jacob Peterson in the 08. Bradley Wilson fared a little better and was able to get way ahead of the rest of the field. But right now, Hayden Lowell right behind the 08 of Jacob Peterson, who's fighting to stay on the lead lap. O'Keefe going to use that lap car as a pick and use the wall as well to get to the lead. He's going to drop Hayden Lowell to second. These two still stuck behind this 08 car. 30 lap first stage tonight, another 30 lap stage 2. Obviously no stage breaks. This lap car, Jacob Peterson doing a good job holding these leaders off. On board with them, looking back at the rest of the field. Field goes by there. Keep kind of using that middle lane, maybe trying to block off the air from Hayden Lowell, but these guys are all over the place. Giglio side by side with Jaden Hopp here. This is for the 4th spot. Jaden in this first career race right now here in CTC, but definitely an established oval racer. And he makes pretty quick work of that 16 car. Like maybe just sitting back, saving tire right now. Just rolling that bottom lane. That side-by-side battle slowed these guys up a little bit, stacked the field up. You can see they're kind of side-by-side back here now. Pat and like 52 Brantley's Ryan. Jay Trout also going to go by Patton. Patton started 8th, so he's still up 1 spot from where he started. Apologize, I haven't had chat up this whole time. I had a few other things to worry about before I could get chat up, but I got it up now. Yes, the starting grid graphic is new. Worked on that before the season. Appreciate the good feedback. Definitely better than the old one, right? Got a battle for the lead here. And speaking of the starting grid, Patrick O'Keefe started 6th, so he's up to the lead now. 6th to 1st in, well, I think he took the lead maybe on lap 5 or 6, so pretty good run so far to start from 71. Cody Cleaver, our pole sitter, only back in 3rd right now. He's well within that battle for the lead. Hayden Lowell back to the front. Jaden Hopp joining the picture here. Able to close in on that 2 car and the rest of these leaders. Jacob Peterson does end up going a lap down, so he's in the lucky dog position right now. So long as Bradley Wilson doesn't also go a lap down. Bradley is just a little bit ahead of these guys. There he is. Keep it on this camera. You can see the field come in behind him. So it's about a half a straightaway back there, maybe a little more. Aaron Jones side by side here with 9 of Patton. Matthew Blackley up inside the top 10 now. And Ian Montrose started 24th. He's up to 11th right now, so it's got to be one of our biggest movers. Dalton Hayes from 22nd up to 9th. These guys are making quick work right now. Now, tire wear is going to start becoming a factor very soon. I will say that. The right rear tends to heat up really quickly here in this car. And once that happens, it's really hard to get it cooled back down. Oh, as I say that, Jacob Peterson up in the outside wall of the tri-oval. Looks like he was able to keep it straight. And that could have been one of our situations where a driver gets loose. Get an incident for that, as far as I can tell. For the lead, Jaden Hopp got by Brantley Bryant, Cody Cleaver as well. He's on the back one for Patrick O'Keefe. The 13 car looks fast. But O'Keefe not giving up for that lead. Trying to build up a run on this 56 car. It's a little free there in 3 and 4. That car's kind of wiggling back and forth in the center of the corner. Could mean he's kind of struggling with grip right now. Looking to the outside of Lowell, not quite there yet. On board with the 13. Oh, O'Keefe is there. Got to the right rear of the 56. That's going to pull him back. Has to back off on corner entries. The 13 has a slight blink there. Here's our camera angle. Halfway through stage 1. Oh, 56 up. Kind of aero blocking the 71. He saw he was making up ground using that high lane. Going to take his air away. The 71 gets really loose on the exit of 4. Trout on pit road. What happened to the 30? We lost the 30 car. I got no explanation on it. I got nothing in the race control, so might have lagged out. See, yeah, he dropped out due to packet loss. That is unfortunate for 30 of Trout. Hopefully he can get back in here quickly. But he is already 4 laps down, so that might be it. Gonna leave us with 38 cars now. Unfortunate there. The 30 team. Side by side for the lead. O'Keefe pulled just ahead there down the back straightaway. But Lil's got that slightly better inside line as they come on the front straightaway. He's got to get up there and side draft him. Not going to be enough. O'Keefe's clear. Yeah, he's well clear. A little bit of help from the 13. O'Keefe back to the lead. Jaden Hopp trying to go with him. Maybe pass him here out of 2. The 71's trying to move up and block it. Just got the nose in front. It's a good battle for the lead. Oh, O'Keefe got loose. The 13 all over the back bumper. A little bit of arrow, arrow loose. The 13 being right on the 71's bumper. And that just about got him sideways as the 52 joins the battle for the lead. The 71 having a lot of trouble keeping the car straight. Drops back to 4th. Now Brantley Bryan up into 3rd. Cody Cleaver's making a move on him for that 3rd spot. And Giglio now is going to join it. This racing is incredible right now. Cleaver's loose! Can he save it? He does! What a save from Cody Cleaver. I don't know how he didn't overcorrect it there and wreck the field. Oh my goodness. Cody, that was one hell of a save, my dude. We're going to have to go on board with him. On board with Cody Cleaver. Gets loose and a masterful job to not wreck the car there. It might not look like much, but in this next-gen car, that was insane. Oh, Dalton Hayes now sideways off turn 2. Saves the car. I don't know if that was off somebody's bumper or maybe some aero griefing, but that's going to drop him back to 12th. A little bit of a blink for the 22 there. The Takeoff driving school sponsor tonight. Hope he doesn't drop out of this thing. That beautiful Takeoff driving school number 22. Appreciate him sponsoring tonight's race for the Takeoff 188. If you're in the Ohio Columbus area and you need some driving instruction, check out Takeoff Driving School. For the lead, Jaden Hopp trying to go to the point. Gets to the outside of Hayden Lowell. Does Hayden have anything in there for him? Not going to clear through 1 and 2. This might be it if Hopp can get a good run off the corner. And they do. The 13 to the lead for the first time tonight. From 7th to 1st. Took 24 laps. Six laps to go in stage 1. Caution is out. Looks like Cliff Mullins in the 44 around on the front straightaway in the infield grass. That'll be our first caution of the night. I think he just got loose. That is not stage end. Caution didn't come out within 5 to go, so stage 1 has not been complete. Take a look back at what happened on the 44. Yeah, just gets loose in 3 and 4. And there's an overcorrect I was talking about. That's what could have happened to the 2 car. He spins it down toward the infield, out of the way. Go on board with him here. Now, one more on board with the 23 car who was behind him. think we got any sort of aero grief situation going on here. I think the 44 just gets loose. Yep, on the top of the racetrack. It'll be our first caution. Who comes down for brand new tires and who stays out for stage points? That's the question here. A lot of laps on these tires, you're definitely going to want them. But do you want stage points more? That's the question. Everybody's going to be coming down. I'm not surprised. Because there is no caution at the stage, so if you stay out on these tires for stage points, you could completely ruin your race. I'm going to come down to these pit stops now. Oh, Jesse Jones, I think he missed his box. He's going to have to do another pass through him next time by. Hop is going to win the race off pit road. Followed by Hayden Lowell, Brandon Bryant, Patrick O'Keefe, Diglio, Patton, Jones, Montrose, and Cleaver. Looks like Davis Greenwell stays out. So Davis no longer part of Wanted Goons. You can see by his blank car. And I guess pulling out the bold strategies now. 27 lap old tires on that 20 car. He's going to try to get some stage points here. The 55 I figured would come back down. He's going to want those tires. But Davis Greenwell going to roll the dice. These guys do have 4 extra sets of tires tonight, so that means 5 total sets, including the ones they started on. That's plenty to take some now, but Davis don't want to take it too early. Davis says on the radio he thinks he saved his tires enough to hold up here, so we'll see. I think if it ends up going green for a while, I think he'll even out and he'll be okay. He'll be in an okay spot, but he's going to get eaten alive in these first 5 to 10 laps is my guess. Got a Let's Go number 13 in chat. 13 car looks fast. Car in control on this restart, staying out on the old tires. And the field is understandably a little scared of this. We'll see if they should be scared. Alright. Pace car is off. Coming back toward the takeoff zone. And through the takeoff zone, green flag back in the air. Down into turn 1. Davis Greenwell holding up okay, but here comes the run from the 56. Goes to the inside. The 13 is going to look to the outside, and they're going to be 3 wide for the lead. Oh, Brantley Bryant grabs the outside wall. O'Keefe's washing up the racetrack toward the 20. A little bit of contact there, but they're all right. And at the line, oh man, the Hop's going for the lead. Bull leads the lap. But Hayden allowed him to get to the outside there. White flag in stage 1. Can Greenwell hang on for stage points? Getting swallowed up right now. All the way down to 6th already. Just got to hold up for another set of corners. For the stage win, who's going to get it? And off of 4, Hayden Lowell looks to be our stage 1 winner. Rest of our stage 1 results up on screen. There they are. Hayden Lowell stage win. Hop, O'Keefe, Bryant, Giglio, Patton, Greenwald, Jones, Montrose, and Scott all getting stage points in stage 1. Lowell continuing to lead. O'Keefe and Giglio going at it for third. And Greenwald, again, who didn't take tires, 32 laps on those. And he's back to 13th. He's got to hope these things even out with everybody soon, because he's going to be going a lap down. One caution so far tonight happened just a few laps ago. Apologies, back up front. Keith was able to hang on to that third spot. Giglio looks like falling back a little bit. Again, maybe saving some tire. Lowell and Hop still out top 2 positions. I hear Casey Graves call out 3 wide in the back. Oh, they sure are. These guys going at it. This is for like 16th. Oh my word. I think they're all stacked up behind Greenwald right now. Look at that. Just a hornet's nest here for the late part of the teens. And it's, I think Greenwald in the 20 is the cork in the bottle on those old tires. Oh, Collins gets loose and around he goes. They saved it. Caution is out though. That could have been much worse. Luckily, Collins was able to straighten the thing back out, maybe with help from that 29 car. Let's back it up, see what happened. So we were looking at this live. Collins gets loose, bounces back up the track into the 29 car, and does straighten it back out. But that will be our second caution of the night. Go on board with the 29 here. Alright, don't expect many drivers to come down pit road here. Just had a caution. They just took their first set of tires. Or their first change of tires. I expect pretty much the guys that need to take some damage repair are going to come down. Giglio's faking. He's not coming down. Patton might be. Oh, Patton is coming down. I'm not sure what... Oh, yeah, alright. He's having some hardware issues. So that's an unscheduled stop there. And he's going to have to take a natural EOL there. Go to the back of the field on this one. Fix some wheel problems. The drivers down pit road, it looks like we have 23 of Llewellyn, 44 of Cliff Mullins, 26 of DG Swiss. I think these guys are all topping off on gas. And I'm surprised. I don't think the 29 or the 24 came down there, so they must think their cars are alright. A little bit of left front damage for the 29. And 24 actually looks like he fared a little bit better on that one. Alright then. Well, since we have some time, let's get a word with our leader really quick. Hey, Hayden, it's Lucas. Got me?
Yeah, I got you, Lucas.
Hey, man, out front right now, you led some laps tonight. Looks like you're fighting hard with that 13 for the lead so far. How are we feeling?
Kind as it stands, I feel like we're a top 5 car. I don't know about a race-winning car, but we're gonna. I don't know. Feel good. Kind of pushed hard to get the stage win. We're gonna see what we can do here on this restart. Got the next stage coming up on I think it's 60. So I don't know. Jaden's pretty good. I don't know. He can just seem to roll through the corners better than I can without the car stepping out or sliding on the front. So I don't know. We'll see. Feel pretty good. Otherwise, definitely feel like we can get a top 5. So we're gonna go see how it plays out.
Gotcha, man. Going green this time. Bye. Good luck.
Thank you very much, Lucas.
LH Motorsports driver there, going to take the top lane on this restart. So, going to try to protect that top. All right, coming back to the green, 56 in control in the outside lane. Through the takeoff zone. And flag in the air. Oh, Giglio loose on that restart. Maybe got help from the 52. $13.56 going at it for the lead. 56 really pinches him down there, 1 and 2. Fighting hard for that lead, fighting hard for second as well. Still side by side with these two. Giglio and O'Keefe really doing a little bump drafting there. And they're going to get up almost a second. You don't see that too often in these cars. They're already going so quick, it's hard to get linked up with somebody. They go down the back straightaway now. And it's now single file for the lead. Aiden did a good job holding off that 13 for now. But it's side by side through a lot of this field still. Cody Cleaver, our pole sitter there, right off the back bumper of the 7 of Byron Jones. Oh, he got tight, got in the wall there. That dirty air from the 7 got him tight. Like the 2 cars okay. Maybe a little scuff on the right front, but the body looks alright. '22 gets a little tight there, almost washed up into the 41. Carson Bechtel on the 59. Had a rough start to the season, and had some bad luck with the wrecks. But running pretty good right now, just inside the top 20. If there was a "You Kids Don't Know" segment like Bob Pockers has, this would be Carson Bechtel. Back in Season 7, Season 8 as well, I think. Yeah, this guy was fighting for the lead, fighting for wins every race, it seemed like. Definitely one to watch here. If he can get through this field, get some track position back, I know he's got speed. Then with his 78 of Trent Sneed, that guy's, you know, he hates this car. He really does, but that is one damn good driver. Man, people are just smacking the wall off turn 2. My goodness. I've heard the wind is pushing straight across that side. That was in practice. It's now a day later in sim time, so that could have changed, but if that is still the wind direction, that means it's going to push everybody tight off turn 2. 1.8 mile an hour out of northwest. That means it's going from turn 4 to turn 2. 13 and 71 still under a blanket for this lead. And I mean, there's not much separation in this field right now. Everybody's about a couple tenths apart. Even guys still side by side here. Cleaver and Hayes going at it for the 10th spot. And as the sun continues to set, you're going to see those shadows in 1 and 2 creep down the racetrack, and that's going to cool the top of the racetrack off from those billboards. And that's going to add some grip at the top of 1 and 2, so you're going to see that top lane open up. As well as all the rubber getting laid down on the bottom. It's just going to make the top more inviting as this race goes on, and you can already see the leaders. They've been using it quite a bit, but that 71 of O'Keefe seems to be really taking advantage of it, and he gets a good run up there off of 2. O'Keefe just stuck to that top lane, and you know, with this new tire model on the next gen, it's not quite a death sentence to run the top for your tires, but it's still not great for you. And if you're up there constantly, it's going to overheat your tires and put you in a bad spot in about 20 laps. And right now, O'Keefe, I hope he's doing a good job managing up there. I mean, if you do it right, you'll be okay. But I sure hope he's managing it. Otherwise, he's not going to make it as far as he needs to. Right up over with him here for a lap. See what he's seeing with the 2 in front of him. See those shadows at the top of the racetrack. A little bit below him right there. Two in front of him ran the top to block his air off. And that completely pushed him tight right there. Now he gets loose from the car behind. Disastrous 3 and 4 for the 71. And now they're side by side for the lead. Hop to the bottom. Can he slide job in 1 and 2? Hayden Lowell keeping him honest. We'll file back in behind the 56 for now. Hayden runs the top right up against the wall. Get that run off of 4, but again, it's going to heat those tires up, and he got a little wiggle there off of 4. I'm over 13. Big run here off of 4. Going to try to use it. Go to the top. Hayden blocks it off. They're all the way up at the wall. I'm getting deja vu from the last time we came here. Hayden was doing all he could to block that top lane off. And if I remember correctly, I think it got him wrecked. Oh, the 13 is huge loose off of 2. Good save, but it lost all of that momentum. These two are like, this is a really good battle for the lead. I think the 13 might be a little bit faster, but it's really hard to tell. They're both really close. But the fact that 13 is this close, has so many shots at the lead, I think he's a little bit faster right now. Hayden's doing, I don't want to understate what Hayden's doing. He's doing a great job defending all these moves. Done everything right up to this point. Just can't get too aggressive, considering we have less than we have more than half this race to go. We're about 10 laps before halfway. And speaking of, it's coming to 6 to go in stage 2. And it's once again these two battling for the stage win. A little bit farther back. Patrick O'Keefe trying to hold off Brantley Bryant. Looks like Giglio was able to get by O'Keefe for the third spot. And now Giglio closing in on these front two. Giglio's kind of been sitting back saving his tires. That's usually his mojo. And right now, it seems like it's paying off. All the way to the bottom for Giglio. Hops in the wall. That dirty air from the 56 put him up there. Now 5 or 6 cars still up in this lead pack. There's about a second back to Dalton Hayes in the 8th spot. They'll keep trying to look to the top of the 13 as Giglio got by. I didn't even see that somehow. Shows how much I'm paying attention. Giglio looking to the inside of Lowell. This is going to be tough. Hayden's done a great job defending for this lead so far. Can Giglio bring something new to the table as Hayes just talked about him. Broadcaster's curse. He gets loose in 2. And he's going to drop all the way back to looks like 12 or 13. But back for the lead. Lowell and Giglio get sideways, get into each other's doors. And now the 56 blocking at the top of the racetrack. The 13 trying to get there. And it's 3 wide for the lead. O'Keefe to the bottom. Hop trying to make it 4 wide on the top. 16 almost gets into the 56. Hayden in the wall. Now the 71's loose. Save it, Patrick. Save it. Huge save for the 71 of O'Keefe. Now the field has to avoid him. They're still battling for the lead. What a race we've had so far. I think the 71 kind of did that to himself. He watched the 16 up the racetrack at the 56, and then he had to avoid Hayden. And oh man, that was tight for sure. It was just a racing deal and O'Keefe. Oh man, we have a caution. That will be the stage end. Not sure who the wreck was this time. Looks like it might have been Dalton Hayes. Let's take a look back at it. So, looks like Dalton might have just got loose. One more look at it. Sorry I missed it. Yep, just got loose in front of the wannabe in Montrose. And had the brakes locked down. The car just slides up onto the track, it looks like. Oh, he turns it around up onto the pavement, and the caution comes out right about there. That will be our, I think, is it 3rd caution of the night? My count is correct, it might be the 4th, but all the leaders going to come down, take their 2nd set of tires, I'm sure. And that was the end of stage 2. So Hayden was able to maintain the lead through all of that. If anybody takes 2 tires, I doubt it. Hop gonna win the race off pit road. Order off pit road, top 10, Hop, Lowell, Giglio, Scott, Bryant, Wolfenbarger, Wilson, Jones, Blackley, and Cooper. And like I said, no 2 tires all the way through the field. Everybody taking 4, understandably so. Get a word with our leader. Hey, Jaden, it's Lucas in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you. What's up?
Hey, well, out front right now, you've had a lot of good battling for the lead with that 56 car, but now that pit stops are over, you're up in front. How are we feeling?
I'd say I'm feeling pretty good. It's been a pretty fun race so far, battling everybody up here. The car is pretty sketchy, but it's a lot of fun.
Glad to hear it. Glad you're having fun. Doing a great job so far. Hopefully we're talking to you at the end. Good luck.
Thank you. Hope to see you there.
Our leader, Jaden Hopp, says the car's sketchy but fun. So that's, I mean, that's what you want in a race car, right? There were a few concerns coming into tonight about the setup these guys are on. I don't know who that setup builder is, but there were some concerns that the car would be too loose, but so far I think it's been pretty good. We've had a few guys get loose. Obviously this caution I think was 47, getting loose off of 4, but if you take care of your tires, same with those guys in real life, if you don't under pressure them and you take care of them, you should have no problem making it 50 or 60 laps. You just got to take care of those tires. And speaking of taking care of them, the big thing now that I just realized is they're going to be close on fuel to the end of this race. They should make it, but this race from here on out, if it goes green, they're not going to pit again. Or they're going to have to try not to pit again and make it on gas and tires. So, going to see a lot of, I think, tire saving to start this next run as they come through the takeoff zone. 13 in control, green flag back in the air. Out front, Giglio was able to get up to second. Bryant third, Scott fourth, and Lowell drops back to fifth there. Might have had a little issue on the restart. Nathan Scott to the inside, Bradley Wilson to the outside. 56 is getting swallowed up right now. Like we got a little overcast coming in. It's going to cool the racetrack down, speed up these times. There's the overcast. 1 and 2 all straight, shrouded in cloud cover. Shraded. Kenny shraded. They're side by side right here. It looks like Blackley trying to make a move for the pit spot. Side of Nathan Scott. Blackley, he has really impressed me this season and last season. He's shown a great deal of speed last week. Running inside the top 10 at Phoenix. He might be a chase contender if he keeps improving like this. 12 cars. Speaking of that chase, 12 cars, 12 drivers will make the chase after week 10. This is only, like I said, week 4, or sorry, week 3. Getting myself confused. So we're still going to have several weeks to go after this to decide the chase, but at this point in the season, you're going to start seeing some trends form, some guys that are going to set themselves up really good in points, and right now, Wilson and Wolfenbarger are 2 points leaders by about 18 points ahead of the next guy. Those two doing a great job. They're both inside the top 10 right now, so I don't expect that points leader to change too much after this race. But if Giglio and Lowell can win the race tonight, they'll definitely have a good shot at that points lead, especially Giglio, who's third, and he is 18 points behind 32 Wolfmarker. And with this new NASCAR points format, getting the win gets you an extra 15 bonus points over that second place. 55 versus, I'm sorry, it's 20 points. 55 versus 35. And not to mention stage points as well. 56 getting 2 stage wins. But he's now back in 7th. Bradley Wilson, I was yapping so much I didn't even see the pass for the lead. Bradley Wilson now out front for the first time tonight with 57 laps to go. But like I said, tire saving going to be key from here on out, unless we get a caution. It's going to be the longest run these guys have probably done at this racetrack. Going to run it all the way out of gas if it goes green. On board with Wilson in the lead. Sun's coming back out in 1 and 2. With Wolfenberger in the 7th spot. Brantley Bryant just had an issue. If I can get to him. There he is. He is way off the pace. Might have just got loose there off the 2, but he does save it. See if we can back it up really quick and see what happened now. Yep, just gets loose off turn 2. Might have got some help. Couldn't quite see it. Drop him back to like 19th or 20th. He was running inside the top 10. Oh, Brad Patton. I think that's who it was sideways right there. He's going to have to gather that thing back up. These guys, if they're already having loose problems, and they're only about 8 laps into this run. Oh, Jacob Peterson, speaking of hard impact. That might be night over for the 08. That was a hard impact in that outside wall. Right front toe link definitely bent. That's actually going to be a steering linkage, not toe link on the front. Something with the sun just coming out, maybe the caution coming out. But these drivers seem really loose. I don't know if the wind picked up. Got to be something. Track temp is up to 101. Pretty hot, but I don't think it's too much different than they've had all race. Oh, Casey Graves now loose. He got so loose there he threw up smoke on the racetrack. Yeah, car just steps out on him there. A little contact from the 22 of Christopher. He was able to gather it up. Battle for the lead heating up. Up only about a 10th and a half behind that 51 of Bradley Wilson. Jacob Peterson on pit road. That grabbed a speeding penalty and coming down to try to fix the damage. So that might be a night ender there for the 08. We come to 49 laps to go this time by. About 13 laps into this run. Bradley Wilson out front for a majority of this. And keep in mind, he started 32nd tonight. So if the Hard Charger Award was still around, he'd definitely be in contention for it. Our biggest movers as well. 04 Garrett Warren started 37th tonight. Now he's up to 13th. Christopher and Ryan File side by side right here. Farther ahead, Wolfenbarger to the inside of Nick Cooper and O'Keefe. Biglio dropped all the way back to 6th. He's saving tire pretty aggressively right now to try to make it to the end of the race without stopping. 56 of Hayden Lowell. These guys have all dropped off quite a bit from the top three. Wolfmarger had a moment right there, I think. 71 will keep all over that back bumper. Bobby Blowers might have had an issue. Toted Carson Bechtel way off the pace for the 59. Let's see what happened to these two. First 34. It's loose in turn 2. That's been the problem turn all night. Hard contact with that 34 of Blowers. Field does avoid him. Also had a Bechtel. Looks like he gets sideways in turn 4. Nope. I think it's going to be in turn 2 here. Oh, big moment for the 59 of Bechtel. I got one more time. You're right here. The 10 gets up close to him as he's loose and almost sends him all the way around. Back up front. 13. Even closer now. About a car length away. Three wide, Christopher Montrose and Blackley. Oh, Montrose got tight right there, center of 1 and 2. He's got some front end damage, probably not helping his grip. They're getting really racy right now, and they still have 44 laps to go. Nick Blackley going to stay ahead of those guys on that one. Christopher 9th and Nick Cooper now tail end of the top 10. What can Jaden Hopp do to get this lead away? Seems like that 13 car has been the chase car all night. To the outside. Use that move all night to take the lead away, and it looks like he's going to do it again. Jaden Hopp through 1 and 2. Big run down the back straightaway. And back to the lead for Jaden Hopp. Who can make it on these tires? It's going to be a tough ask. Luckily, with all the rubber laid down now, if you've been running the bottom a lot, your tires should be okay. If you've been easy on them. 103 track temp, though. It's going to eat these tires up big time. It's the longest run you could possibly do on these sets of tires, so I would not be surprised if we see somebody spin out or wreck here before the end of this race, just because their tires get worn out. Nathan Scott last week was contending, probably should have had the win at Phoenix, but a late race caution took him out of it, or took away his chance. This week he's back up to the top 3 here at Vegas. See if he has anything for that 13 and 51 car. Bobby Blowers sounds like coming down pit road. Too much damage on that 34. Gonna have to come down and get some of it fixed, I think. That wall contact really did in that Toyota Camry. Tough break for him there. On board with Nathan Scott. Bradley Wilson got really tight there. Let's go back to our external camera, and Nathan Scott up to second as Bradley Wilson had an issue off of 2. Good call in the chat on Nathan Scott. He's got some late run speed in this 61 car right now. See if he's got enough speed to close in on that 13 car. First time he's had clean air in a few laps. Clean-ish air. He's still close to the 13, so it's going to be affecting him. I think it stretches all the way back to almost a second behind the car in front. It's strongest about 3 or 4 tenths away, though. Last time by, Scott was a couple hundredths faster. It's not going to be enough to catch him anytime soon, but it's a start. Doing a great job right now. Doing exactly what you need to do in this situation. Just run the bottom, stay in that rubbered up line, and save those tires. Keep your competitors far away from you. The shadow's stretching all the way down in 1 and 2 now. It's going to cool that side of the racetrack way down. Three and 4, probably upwards of 103 Fahrenheit, and then 1 and 2 probably down in like the 90-degree range. Scott closed in about a tenth that time. Before that battle for the lead heats up, let's look a little bit farther back, check out the rest of the field, see what kind of battles we got going on. Christopher and File, looks like a battle here for the 12th spot. No, Christopher's still blinking. Luckily at a track like this, you got a lot of room to work with, so hopefully he is aware of the blinking problems and won't cause any issues. Martin and Hayes battle for 17th as battle for the lead. It's getting close. That 61 gonna have a big run right here. Not gonna get there yet, but has the top lane. Nathan Scott to the outside. I'm surprised the 13 gave him the top there. And Nathan Scott gonna get a good run through 1 and 2 and take this lead. It makes me think the 13 to Jaden Hopp is just saving tire to make sure they could get to the end. Because that was awfully easy for Nathan Scott there. And I'm not going to say it yet. He's not clear. Now he is. But 13 didn't put up a fight. That tells me he's more worried about the tires than actually keeping the lead. Nathan Scott showing some speed here in the late parts of this race. Started back in 21st. And this is honestly the first time I've seen him close to the battle for the lead in really the whole race. I'm sure he's been up inside the top 10, top 15 for a while, but first time I've been able to talk about him for the lead. Another car to be on the lookout for. Blake Giglio, he was sitting back saving. Same with 56 and Lowell. Those two were both sitting about a second back from the leaders. And now they're starting to creep up. Bradley Wilson, known tire burner. I hate to say that for him, but he usually drives it hard to get to the lead. It's usually a good strategy. He's won a lot of races, so it's usually not a bad thing for him, but right now it's hurting him as he gets passed by Giglio and now under fire from the 56 of Lowell. And that 51 was loose right there. You saw him wiggle off the corner. And Scott not driving away. We have a caution. Caution number 4 of the night. It is Brian Martin in the 54. With 29 laps to go. And that's going to throw the tire strategy out the window. It looks like it's going to be for the 54 Brian Martin. Let's take a look. Just gets loose in 3 and 4. Overcorrects up onto the racetrack. I don't think anybody's going to get into him here. But that does bring our 4th caution out. Brian here, right before we got pit stops. I think as he transitions through the dirty air, the 57 kind of changes the balance of the car and probably just kind of overdrove it a little bit. All right, everybody coming down pit road here. Oh, never mind. We hit a second. All right. Should go green with about, I think, 25 to go. Still have 36 cars on the lead lap. So this is anybody's race right now. They start wrecking it up. Lose a lot of spots if you wreck out at this point in the race. The field down pit road led by Nathan Scott. And the same situation for Nathan as last week. He's leading late. Doing a good job with his tires. And a caution comes out. This time it's a little bit longer to the end of the race. So he's going to have a chance, I think. It'll be okay for him. But definitely not going to be an easy battle at the end. Tire saving. If it goes green to the end, you're still going to have to take care of your tires. There's no way around it. You can't drive hard for 27 laps in this car anymore. You're going to have to keep them cool. Oh, contact! 05 and the 61 get together. Scott is going to win the race off pit road. It was a close battle for second, third, fourth. Looks like it's going to be Giglio, Hop, and Wilson. I take that back. I think it's Hop, Giglio, Wilson. See if anybody decided to take two. Nobody taking two, not surprised. And unlike real life, these drivers do get a bonus point for leading the most laps, so let's take a look at who is leading that right now. Looks like it is the 56 of Hayden Long with 44. He's about got that wrapped up unless the 61 leads all the laps to the end. Sorry, the 13. The 61, I think, is out of that race. Yeah. 13, I meant. All right. 1 to green. Looks like the 61 going to take the bottom lane here. This is going to be a crazy run to the end, I think. We might see a few more cautions. The age-old saying, cautions breed cautions, and it's never been more true than right now. Can't ever join and see a C2X in the top 10. Yeah, they've had a rough go of it tonight. Trenton's doing a good job, though. Ian as well. Ian's up in 11th, so he's almost there for you. Those two both 11th and 14th, so sorry, 12th and 14th. It looks like Decker's jumping all over the place. Nathan Scott gonna lead us back to the green here and come through the Takeoff zone, sponsored by Takeoff Driving School. Here in the Takeoff 188. How many times can I say Takeoff? Span of 30 seconds. I don't know. Here comes the field through the Takeoff zone, and they're about to take off to the end of this race. There's the Takeoff. Nathan Scott back to the green, and a good restart for that 61. He's going to get way out ahead of the field. Cautions out, Byron Jones. Around, cautions out, so does the 54, Brian Martin. Several drivers involved in this one, a lot of 4Xs being handed out. See what happened here. Bradley Wilson drives down to the bottom and turns the 7. Just on a late block. Get a look at it from the blimp camera here, get a better view of it. Looking at the 51 of Bradley Wilson, center of the screen. Drops down in front of the 7 and spins him out. On board with the 7 of Byron Jones. tough way to get wrecked there. You know, you'd think the guy that made the late block would be turned, but it doesn't always work out that way. Ryan Martin also goes around. We'll see how that happens. Like he tries to go 3 wide middle, then oh, just the 04. Bad timing on that one. I think there's too much damage for anybody in this, but it does bring out the 5th caution of the race. Here on lap 101, I think it was. That's I don't know if that's what Nathan Scott wanted here. On one hand, he gets to keep the lead, but on the other, it's going to be a shorter run to the finish. Dakota, you gave it 3 laps before the wreck? You raced in this league, you know better. Oh man, I thought they had a little more in them though. I really did. But, you know, once a race car driver sees the checkered flag, they're still, what, 25 laps away when they took the green? They don't care. It's time to go. Alright, let's see if we can talk with the 61. Hey Nathan, it's Lucas. You got me?
Top. Yeah.
Hey, sorry for pulling you during the call out, but leading here late once again, and for your sake, I hope this goes a lot better than last week, right?
Yeah. I don't know what's happening. I just get CPU usage more.
Okay, I'm gonna move you back. Hopefully you come back.
Okay, hold on.
He just dropped out. There he is. He's back. He's back. I am so glad he came back. That would have been disastrous for him. Alright, let's see if he can get back with the field here. No problem. I'm not going to talk about him again in that, man. The moment I say I hope what happened last week doesn't happen again, he blinks out and almost lags out of the race. So, wow. Broadcaster's curse times 1,000. Alright, Nathan Scott takes the outside. I think I might have caused that, pulling him for the interview. Alright, noted. Not going to pull him again in a late race situation like this. Coming back to the green. .36 cars still in the lead lap. Good restart for most of the field. Trenton Sneed tried to make it 3 wide on the bottom. 16, Agiglio's got a good run for the lead. Looks to the inside of the 61. 3 wide, a little bit farther back. Down into turn 3 for the lead. Can Giglio get there? He does. Giglio to the lead for the first time tonight. The 13 of Jaden Hopp's in the outside wall. They're wrecking for the front. Patro keeps around and Hopp is gone. Looks like he might have alt F4. Patrick O'Keefe, bad luck again. I think the 13 alt F4 to try to save the field from a wreck, but it was too late. Let's see how this one started. If the 13 comes up to, oh, he had a hardware problem. That's 100% what that was. But he was fully under control, and then the car just went up. Right here, he just goes up the racetrack. So definitely a hardware problem for the 13 machine. Unfortunately for the 71, he was right behind him when it happened. Let's go on board now with the 13 and see how the wheel looks. I'm assuming it's just going to go straight. Maybe a PC crash, wheel failure. That looks like a monitor issue or something. I mean, that's not natural. Just kind of stopped turning. So, yeah. Terrible luck for the 71 of O'Keefe. Running really good all night. Now he's getting sent to the back. I think the car's okay. I mean, it's good enough to keep driving, but definitely not exactly how you want to end your night or your chances at the win. O'Keefe's a good driver. He'll rebound from this in points, I'm sure, but it's one he's gonna want to have back later in the season for sure. All right, I've learned my lesson. I'm not gonna pull the 61 again. Let's have we talked to Blake yet? I don't know. Let's talk to Blake here. Hey, Sicky Blake, you got us?
Hey, what's up?
Oh man, you don't sound great, but you're up front right now. How you feeling?
Car's good. My head really hurts. But just drinking water and gonna try, to get the win. And it's been getting better than I thought it was gonna be this race, so not bad.
Well, that's good to hear. Maybe the racing's making you feel better. I don't know, but you think you got anything to hold these guys off here? It seemed to be tough to hold off from the lead.
I don't know. I really don't, to be honest with you. We got some teammates behind us. I'm hoping that we'll be able to just, jump and go. So we'll see what happens.
Gotcha, Blake. Good luck. Hopefully we're talking to you at the checker.
Thank you.
And if anybody didn't hear what I'm referring to with Sicky Blake is he's pretty sure he has the flu. So still racing out here. I joked with him pre-race and said he might have a flu game like Michael Jordan. It seems to be maybe coming true right now. And I'm not worried about jinxing Blake. He seems to win races regardless of what I say. Giglio elects to take the bottom here, but Nathan Scott at the top, and we saw Giglio was able to take the lead from second place last time. So can Nathan Scott do that same thing and get back there? Yeah, maybe Bowman can learn a thing or two from Blake. Yeah, I do feel bad for Bowman. Tough break. Coming back to the takeoff zone, green flag back in the air. Bit of a stack up there in the inside lane. Good restart from Blake Giglio. He's going to pull his teammate Bradley Wilson with him. Nathan Scott, the team game's got him there, and he's going to drop back to third. This is like a repeat of last week for that man. He just cannot catch a break with these late race cautions. Bradley Wilson. Can he go back to back? One last week at Phoenix. His teammate Garrett Wolfsbarger won week one. Can one of Goons sweep this entire first part of the season? Right now they have the top two. Oh, we have a car around in the background. Byron Jones again involved in a wreck. That's going to be our 7th caution here. A sequence of cautions now. Cautions are breeding cautions big time. Let's take a look. Oh, the 91 goes around, and the 7 wrecks on his own trying to avoid the wreck. So let's see how it started first. Take a look at Jeremy Scher. Off 2, looks like the 54 goes 3 wide middle and washes up into the 91 car. And then during this happening, take a look at the 7 car, Byron Jones just behind them. They wreck in front. Oh, Daniel, this angle shows a different story. The 7 doesn't move. The 23 comes down off the wall and turns the 7. Just reducing the amount of laps we have green to the end here every time we get one of these cautions. Oh, Danny is right. We are certainly starting to get into that good old iPacing, as you said, Dakota. Let's talk with our race sponsor. Oh, he's blinking. All right, he's back. Let's talk with our race sponsor, Mike Chris. Hey, Mike, it's Lucas. You got me?
Hey.
Hey, man. Well, just outside the top 10 right now. I wanted to get a talk with our race sponsor here before the end of this race. How you feeling about Vegas?
It's been fun. I am stuck in the 10 to 15 range. I feel like if it went a long run, I would have had maybe top 10 speed. And then now I think I can steal a top 10. But, I mean, it's been fun. Like, I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's looked like a lot of fun. Looks like the tire management has been a big part, and these cautions, I think, are because people aren't taking care of them. But it looks like you've done a good job so far tonight.
Yeah, there was one run where my right front got down in the 40s, so... other than that, it's good. I wish that first run went green, because I was really having fun on that first run. But
I was having fun watching you guys, but good luck the rest of the way. Hopefully we can talk to you at the end.
I'll see if we can avoid the wrecks I feel like are going to happen.
Yeah, it's going to be tough, I think. Good luck. That's Michael Christopher running in 11th right now. Giglio going to elect to take the top lane on this restart. Going to get him in front of teammate Garrett Wolfbarger. See if he can pull him up into the top 3. So Scott, again, going to have to play victim to the team game. So Brantley Bryant's behind Wolfbarger as well. And Brad Patton. Okay, so 4 wanted goons up on the top lane. This bottom lane is in for some trouble. They just got to watch to see when those 3 cars on the outside start rolling behind the 16, and they'll know they're going. Alright, let's try this one more time. It's going to be 12 to go. Green flag back in the air. A little contact between the leaders. The top 6 breakaway. 51. I think he missed the shift right there. He blocks the 61 of the apron. 61. Oh, man, that was close. 61 was not happy about that block, I can tell you. They do make it through that clean somehow. And they are about 3-4 wide right here. Michael Christopher down to the bottom lane inside of Ian Montrose. Nathan Scott trying to hold on. Got Brantley Bryant to his outside. Side by side for the second spot as Giglio took the lead and kept it. Scott was able to hold on to that 4th spot ahead of Bryant. Brantley Bryant's got a little right front damage. I'm not sure if he just picked that up. Could be a story we didn't see there. And Caution number 8. Gonna be Jesse Jones on the back straightaway. As well as a few others, it looks like, involved in this one. Take a look. 67 gets the outside wall and collects the 55 and the 7, it looks like. in this one. Like 67 just gets tight. 55 is up the track as well. And as one heck of a save to not destroy his car. It could have been a lot worse for him. That I think that tire update they did in the sim helped him out right there. You see when he spins down on the inside wall, typically this impact probably would have flipped his car over, to be honest. But now it looks like he just bounces off of it. A lot better there from iRacing. I'll commend him on that. But that is gonna send the 55 to the back with some damage. And put us under caution again. This race went pretty much green. I think we had 3 cautions at, what, 100 laps or something like that. Maybe it was 4 cautions either way. Now we just cannot seem to go green once they see this checkered flag get closer. See if we can go back to that restart. Possibly. Here we go, right here on this restart. Looks like the 51 misses a shift right there. 61 tries to go low and drives below the apron to get there, so it's kind of an unwritten rule. He should probably just lift off, and he does. Luckily for the 51. That was a dangerous game Bradley just played there, because you don't know if the guy's going to lift behind you. But through all that, Wolfenbarger did get up to second. Giglio, I think, going to take the bottom here. Another thing iRacing did that I think Blake is counteracting right now is, under caution, these cars will pick up rubber and throw marbles everywhere. Now, I'm not saying many marbles right now, but it'll pick rubber up and they'll stick to the driver's car or tires. So these guys gonna have to scrub the tires a little bit. I'm not sure if you actually need to. I haven't done testing, but theoretically, from what iRacing said, you're gonna want to clean the tires up a little bit before we go green. And I can definitely tell this bottom lane, all the rubber's been cleaned up off of it from the pacing. You can see that line. The top lane's rubbered up, the bottom lane is not, because they've been running under caution down there. So iRacing was not lying. All that rubber's been picked up. That's pretty cool to see. Alright, pace car's off. Let's try this again. 7 laps to go at the line. Giglio in control, green flag back in the air. Not a great restart there for the 16. The rest of the field comes with him. And Wolfenbarger alongside the 16 for a moment. Down the back straightaway. Giglio still out front, side by side for second. Scott trying to hold on to that 4th spot still. Nick Cooper slides up into the 4th. Now Casey Graves. He was on the tail end of the top 10 all day. He went for a little ride there. Oh, huge! Speaking of rides, hard impact for the 47 and 22, as well as a couple others. Oh man, I can't quite tell what happened there, but that's race ending damage for I think all three of those cars. So coming into 47 and the 22 just get together. And let's go on board with the 23 car here. He's a little bit behind this. He does get collected. Looks like he tried to hit the brakes and just locked them up, went straight up the racetrack. Try on board with the 22 of Christopher. Well then, that's I think we're gonna be in a natural green white checkered on this one. So we have had so many cautions back to back here. What was that? 25 to go was our what all started this. So we've gone 20 laps straight of caution after caution. Only a couple laps green in between. Nathan Scott, I mean, he was once leading this thing, and these cautions had just been killing him. He's back to 6th now, and it's just all been the lap after the restart. Alright, it's going to go green next time by. It will be 2 to go. Dalton Hayes, I don't know if he beat the pace car there. That was close. Yeah, that's heartbreaking for sure. Matthew Blackley, that's a hard wreck for you, and the car might have been salvageable until that last hit. Tough one. We're coming to 2 to go here. Again, this is not overtime. This will be a normal, natural green-white checkered. So they'll have 3 overtime attempts if they can't get it done here. Pace car's off. Good restart for Giglio. Wilson comes with them. They're loose here. Reckon goes around the 52. Oh, there he goes up the racetrack, straight into the 7 of Byron Jones. He cannot stay out of trouble tonight. Several cars involved in this one. That'll go into our first overtime attempt. Looks like that all started around Casey Graves. Casey gets loose in 1 and 2. The 52 gets into him. And around goes the 52. On board 52 of Brantley Bryant. Just the stack up there after the 01 gets loose. One more time, just take a look at this stack up here so you can see once the 01 checks up. The 1, yeah, it's just the 52 tried to get out of it, but the 1 was just so close, just kept stacking up. 7 Byron Jones gets in there. Bobby Blowers, he's got a lucky dog, like the last 2 or 3 cautions. He's back to 3 laps down now. They come down, try to fix more damage. 34 got pretty severe damage, I think about half the race ago. Alright, 1 to green. Giglio once again going to be in control here. Can Blake Giglio hold on for the first win of the season? Can he have his flu race? Pace car is off. .34 cars on the lead lap. We get back going. Casey Graves slow on the restart. Checks the whole inside lane up. We stay green. 2 laps to go. Green, white, checkered. Can Giglio hold on? That whole outside lane just completely cleared everyone. And the caution is out. They're wrecking. Brian Martin goes around. And Byron Jones is again involved. Byron got to be getting close to the incident limit now. They only have 21X to work with tonight before disqualification. All right, it all starts on the restart, I think. Casey Graves gets a really bad start. So let's see if we can get up to him here. There he is. So Casey, it's backing up a little bit. They come to the restart zone. He gets going and then doesn't. Spins the tires and maybe misses a shift as well. So just a disastrous restart for the 01. And behind him, that's where all the stacking up starts. So let's see if we can get back there. Trying to find Trenton. There he is. So I think Trenton is a victim of the stack up. Now everybody's going to stack up ahead from the Casey Graves missed shift. Spin tires, whatever. Trenton goes for a ride. And then farther ahead, everybody's going 3 and 4 wide after the stack up 4 wide into turn 1. Grego on the bottom, 67. Doesn't know they're 4 wide, doesn't give them enough room. And around they go. Once again. More time on board with the 54, Brian Martin. Almost had it saved, and then a little contact from others puts him in the outside wall. On board with the 7 of Byron Jones. Here's the stack up. Not enough room. The race that just will not end. This race was scheduled to be 188 miles, and it will now be just under 200. They'll have one more chance to finish this race if they can't get it done here. It's the second overtime attempt. Can't believe we've gotten this far, but this is what the next gen does. Once you take away the tire wear and the fuel mileage, all of a sudden everybody's got something to gain. Giglio still the control car, takes the bottom on this one. Through the takeoff zone, green flag back in the air for hopefully the final time tonight. Giglio with a good restart again. Wilson clears the second. Wolfenbarger and Scott side by side for third. Down the back straightaway for the final time. Into 3 and 4. Giglio with the lead. Wilson looking at the bottom of the racetrack. Gets tight behind him. He's going to have one more opportunity here as the white flag is in the air. 1 lap to go finally here at Vegas. Wolfenbarger with a good run into turn 1. He gets to the outside of Wilson. Down the back straightaway for the final time. Oh, Nick Cooper goes around. We stay green side by side for a second. Still Giglio's home free. Wolfenbarger and Wilson get together. Off of turn number 4. Blake Giglio going to take home the win in the Takeoff 188. Nick Cooper hangs on. Looks like for a 14th. Definitely not quite what he was wanting, but it could have been worse. But Giglio getting his first win of the season and has his flu race. Blake gonna burn it down on the front straightaway. All right, well, we're waiting for Blake here. Let's get a word with our second place finisher, Bradley Wilson. I'm sorry, Garrett Wolfenbarger. Jeez. Hey, Garrett, it's Lucas. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man, we're taking home a respectable second tonight behind your teammate Blake. How was the race?
Hey, man, race was really fun. Setup was great. I was really good on the long runs. I absolutely choked qualifying. Got a little confident there in the tires, and they did not grip up. I was just plowing tight, about slammed the wall down in qualifying. So started probably, I don't know, 30th place in the race. So I knew I had a lot of ground to gain up. So just was nice on the tires and ran our way up to the front. I mean, didn't think it was going to happen, but we got there, and it was really clean race and fun for about the first 100 laps, like you said. And then after that, it just kind of dominoed there, and we were wrecking. Wish you would have finished that about 15 minutes ago, but glad to get in there, get the top 3 with the boys, and good points day, and didn't get wrecked. So always a good night to get one of Goons' top 3.
Yeah, you and me both. This race was supposed to be about an hour and a half. Ended up almost 2 hours. So it's a good one by these guys. But at least we finished under green. We took home a nice second place. You guys were killer on those restarts. It looked like. You think there was a lot of benefit to having the teammates up there?
Yeah, for sure. Just being able to get a good timing on the restarts and make sure everyone's on the same page, and just getting out there to an early lead going into turn 1 really helped a lot. Just with the dirty air and everything, it was very, very beneficial there, and glad that we could all race fast but cleanly there at the end. So glad to have them up front to help.
For sure. Got any sponsors or shout outs for the second place?
Yeah, I want to thank one of Goons. Thank OG Gear for being on the car. K Designs, Brantley Bryant for the paints. I want to thank all the teammates, Blake, Bradley. I want to thank everybody else. Who else? I want to thank Ryan File. Pretty good race from Ryan File there. P12, good for him. He had a good race there, and surprisingly didn't burn his tires off every run. So good to him. I want to thank Brantley Bryant for helping me on the restarts as well. I want to thank Kenny Frisbee for a great race. I mean, beautiful race out of Kenny Frisbee there from the booth. Wish he was out here racing tonight, but unfortunately broke the rules and wrecked some people. So unfortunate, but we'll have him back next week. And everyone else on the other One Goons team as well for being out there racing. You for broadcast and running the league, and big field. About 30 cars, or more than that. How many cars do we have out here tonight? Almost 40, 39?
Yeah, started with 39. We're 41 in session. We lost 2.
So I appreciate everyone for coming out here and getting this field up and being able to have some good races. So on to next week. Where are we at? Darlington next week?
Darlington, that's right.
Heard a lot of no grip action there, so gonna have to get our practice in and hopefully go for another top 3 and get us another win sticker maybe.
Definitely, man. Appreciate you talking to us. Congrats on the second tonight. We'll see you next week in Darlington.
Yep, thank you.
Garrett Wolfenbarger luckily survived the hail yesterday. All right. Get a word with our winner. Blake, it's Lucas. You got me.
How's it going?
Hey, man. Well, you did it. You had your flu game. You came home with the win here at Vegas. First win of the season. And that's, I think, going to give you the points lead. So nice job tonight.
I appreciate it. I think it was the point lead, like actually.
11 points, actually, officially. There you go.
Wow, that's. I want to win that regular season championship. I don't think I've won one of those. Normally, I don't race the road courses.
Yeah, well, you're going to have to. And you're pretty good at them, so you should like them.
Yeah, but I like winning. I can't win there, so.
I don't know really what to say here. You think maybe if that went green, you think you still would have held up as well as you did, or you think the cautions helped you?
I think if we didn't get that first yellow, we would have won. I saved tire really good there to start that. We got past Hayden, we got past Brad, and then the yellow came out. So I think if we went green, we would have. I think I would have blew their doors off. Garrett was also coming along with even Davis there. So, I think it would have been close, but I'm so happy we were able to get the win.
Definitely. Well, any sponsors or shout outs for the win tonight?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to you for broadcasting. Wanna Goons, OG Gear. All those people out there, shout out to Kenny. Kenny ran good tonight. Shout out to him. Yeah. And those BGR motors. And 712 brakes.
All right, Blake, thanks for talking to us. Congrats on the win. Go celebrate with the team.
Thank you.
And I hope he feels better. All right, let's get a word with our third place finisher, the 51 of Bradley Wilson. You got me?
Oh, yes, sir.
Hey, man, taking home a nice podium finish with your two teammates tonight. Not too shabby. It's going to keep you up in the second in points. How was the race overall for you, though?
Regarding that, we started the race down pit road. I think it went pretty damn well, to be honest. At least my personal opinion.
I did not know that. You started from the pits?
Well, I had that drive-through. That was
right.
really, really unfortunate.
That's a good call on that one. Yeah, it's Mr. Edmund here doesn't even remember that. Yeah. Yeah, started with the drive-through and able to come home with a third. That's pretty dang good.
Thank you. I really didn't think we were going to be up there, to be honest. We qualified like 30th, so I was like, nah. Thought it was going to be a wash.
I tell you what, I thought those last 20 laps were going to be a wash. Can't believe these guys did that. But
I wanted a chance at Blake.
We saw you throw a haymaker on that 61 on one of those restarts. Did you think you were going to get wrecked there? You kind of lifted for you.
I don't exactly knew if he was going to lift or not, but I was kind of ready to accept the consequences. I didn't think he should have sent it down there because I missed the shift a little bit, but he put it down there. I figured he was going to keep it down there.
Yeah, you ripped it onto the apron and tried to get around you. You definitely weren't scared, that's for sure. It was good TV. All right. Any sponsors or shout outs for this third place?
Got to shout out One Goons and OG Gear for bringing us on board. Hopefully many, many more seasons to come. You for putting this on blast. Might have to have a drive-through some more races. Apparently it's pretty good. So might have to reach out to you about that. My One Goons teammates, Blake Giglio and Garrett Wolfenbarger, fast all night, and really good working with them. We get these restarts down packed, kind of go places. Kenny, he was up on the spotter stand all night long. He was watching. So shout out to him.
All right, man. Thanks for talking to us. Congrats on the podium. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Bradley Wilson taking home third place tonight. Let's go through our results quick before we get out of here. Blake Giglio taking home the win. Garrett Wolfenbarger second. Bradley Wilson third. Nathan Scott fourth. Casey Graves still getting the top 5 after that. Brad Patton sixth. He was involved in some stuff early, so nice job by Brad. After he had to pit when nobody else did, and he comes home with a 6th, so good rebound there for the 9 team. Ian Montrose as well. Good 7th place for him. Davis Greenwell in 8th place. Cody Cleaver 9th. Patrick O'Keefe 10th. You got Jamal Collins 11th, Ryan File 12th, Carson Bechtel 13th, Nick Cooper 14th, Wyatt McCombs 15th, Garrett Warren 16th, Hayden Lowell 17th, Cliff Mullins 18th, John Matthews 19th, Dalton Hayes in 20th, Jeremy Scherer 21st, DG Swiss 22nd, Ronnie Holmes 23rd, Jesse Jones 24th, Mateo Ortiz 25th, Hunter Eustace 26th, Trevor Trego 27th, Michael Christopher 28th, Byron Jones 29th, Alex Allen 30th, Trent Sneed 31st, Daniel Llewellyn 32nd, Brian Martin 33rd, Bobby Blowers 34th, Brantley Bryant 35th, Matthew Blackley 36th, Jacob Pearson 37th, Jaden Hop 38th, DJ Trout 39th, and Dave Hoytsma 40th. There you go. That's our results after tonight's race. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the Takeoff 188 here in the CTC Goons Cup Series. Thanks to all of our sponsors, as well as Modern Vet. Make sure to tune in to the Truck Series coming back on Monday for week 3, excuse me. And that's going to be at Darlington Raceway. So both Trucks and Cup going to be at Darlington next week. Make sure to tune in for that. It'll be the Cup Series throwback race. A lot of good throwback paint schemes out there. And it's going to be a tough race for those guys. 750 horsepower, no diffuser, no downforce. It's going to be fun to watch, so make sure to tune in for that. That's going to do it for me tonight. I'm Luke Soisma. Thank you for tuning in. See you next week.